the Baltimore Ravens.
Just a tick under 70,000 packed in here at Nissan Stadium. Not a seat to be had as certainly playoff fever have descended upon the Music City of Nashville, Tennessee. And it's Wild Card weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Baltimore Ravens and the Tennessee Titans. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Here comes the Tennessee offense, and you see Ryan Tannehill leading them out.
And by now, it's a familiar story about Ryan Tannehill. Remember, 6 seasons as a starter in Miami, but unfortunately, he never played in a playoff game there. Got his team to the playoffs one season, but was hurt, and Matt Moore had to play in the playoff game for him. But I know he has to be buoyed by how well he played in the playoffs last year with Tennessee, helped them get to an AFC championship game, and expects to do at least that again, if not get to the Super Bowl this season.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, while at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good up front that he often got to the second level pretty easily. I think he's starting to answer those questions with runs like that. He's a physical guy.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. Quick slant to Brown. Past the 20.
Go time, baby.
Touchdown, Titans. A.J. Brown, 47 yards. And the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead. So they take the opening kickoff and drive it all the way down the field.
And that's the last thing you want defensively. On the road, in the playoffs, and now you're down a touchdown right away.
Greg Joseph on for the extra point. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Little flip of fortune. They had a chance to possibly pin him deep, but out of bounds, and now they'll start at the 40.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, Jackson buying time to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage. The football. That's a big-time play right there.
And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. These two teams, of course, the Titans and Ravens, met in the postseason a year ago. And really, along with the Titans win the previous week in Foxborough, it was one of the shockers of the postseason. The Titans a 6th seed on the road. The Ravens, they were the top seed, riding a 12-game win streak and coming off the first-round bye. But where that game was all Tennessee, they led 28-6 at one point, ultimately winning 28-12 and sending them on to the AFC title game in Kansas City. Forced out to his left. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. They run. It's Mark Ingram fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse.
Derrick Henry all alone. The 20, 10, touchdown Titans. Derrick Henry, 63 yards. And the Titans get the quick strike touchdown. Joseph now to have the PAT. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Jeffrey Simmons on the
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. Really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
They'll run. This is Gus Edwards. And he powers his way up past the 30. They'll call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series, they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Ingram. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
And it's incomplete.
Jackson
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On 3rd down, Jackson. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through.
Titans coming hard, and they block it. Taking it right down Broadway. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown.
Partners, you well know every block punt wasn't necessarily a called block. Sometimes the guy just finds his way back there. Doesn't matter. The play happens, and that one turned into 6 points because they handled it so well after the block.
Joseph on for the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Able to get the pressure, get a paw on it, knock it down, and then go and grab it and take it into the end zone. What a play. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. He'll buy some time right. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And that might be Titan football. It is.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Following the fumble recovery, Tannehill. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Malik Harrison gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Tannehill. And that's caught by Smith. And he will have a Titans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down. A pretty sizable deficit here in the 1st quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another 1st down, almost back to the drawing board.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Earl Thomas in on the stop. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
His throw caught at about the 5. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it's stealing it, it's scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
20-yard line.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big this early. But that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. He'll give this one to Ingram to start things out. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. Jackson from the shotgun. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
J.K. Dobbins on the carry for Baltimore. He was brought down at his 49-yard line. It's a gain of 4.
Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early.
False start, offense.
Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
On third down, Jackson. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
Keeps the score. Titans 26.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. And he's found the end zone twice, and now I'm guessing he's thinking, hey, let's find it 3 times.
And you got to figure from the defensive perspective, how has he gotten there twice? What are we going to do to keep him out for a 3rd time? How do we tighten things down? Because he and his offensive mates, they are really in sync right now.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Brought him down.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
If this defense wants to stay in this ball game, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Derrick Henry gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. Now we've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is Jones. While the traders take a look, we'll step aside. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And right side, Henry's got it. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
That was just a good example of taking what the defense gave him. No one opened downfield, knew where his safety valve was, swung it out to him. He gets upfield and picks up the 1st down. Well done all the way around.
That's the end of the 1st quarter.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run with Henry. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd down, it's Henry. And this is going to be a Titans 1st down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Good for a Tennessee Titan.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
A pair of 1st downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
They'll try the air now with Tannehill. That's complete to his tight end, Ferkser. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air. And that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And this has not been their best half so far. They're down double digits already and now forced to operate from inside their own 5.
And what they have to do now is not curse their fate as much as focus on the task at hand. Inside their own 5-yard line, they've got to be careful of taking care of the football and not turning it over for the defense to score additional points.
The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. There goes Mark Ingram. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and that's a touchdown. But hold on, there is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 right at the 30. Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early.
Offense.
So that'll back him up 5. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Harold Landry able to get him for a loss of about 3.
A loss of 3 yards. It's 2nd down.
On 2nd down now, it's Ingram. He'll be dropped at the 30, but a shifty move got him a couple extra on the play. They're back now to the original line of scrimmage thanks to that 8-yard gain. 3rd down now to follow. Here's Ingram. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. 6 yards in the wrong direction that time. Not only that, but it brings up 4th.
Well, I think it's back to the drawing board, or should I say in today's game, the Surface tablet after this drive. 3 plays, they go backwards. They will look like they've gotten something going right there, but they'll have to punt the football away to end this one.
Oh, the pressure affected him there as he really mishits this one. And it's going to be a short field to work with after this one. It's touchdown at the 45-yard line. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And it'll be Titan football. Derrick Henry and the rest of the Titans offense about ready to roll again. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
On first down, Henry. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more.
What's the deal, y'all?
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. Tannehill. Over the middle here to Brown. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now it's Tannehill off the bootleg. Sliding out of the pocket. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 15. Ingram. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed. Looking for Snead, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Time again to see what Ryan Tannehill and the Titans can do. They've sort of epitomized balance. I mean, he's thrown the ball pretty well. They've run the ball well. Got to be pretty happy over on that sideline.
Takes a lot of pressure off, doesn't it? As much as those guys back there want to throw the ball around and be the focal point, when you're able to run it well and hold the defense back from their pass rush, it allows you to throw it as well as we're seeing so far in this game.
Yeah, now they'll be looking to add to their lead here in the 2nd quarter. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Recovered by Baltimore.
Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid. Come back to Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Ravens.
They go play action here on first down. He'll find his man on the comeback route, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
A gain of 29.
He got 29 yards that time. It's worth noting when you talk about Jackson's running ability, the Baltimore wide receivers had just over 1,400 receiving yards combined last year. And, Charles, that was the fewest yards by a wide receiver group in the NFL since 2011.
And, partner, I expect that number to go up this year. Last season, Lamar Jackson got very comfortable with his tight end group. In fact, he had one tight end and went to the Pro Bowl. But I think now, because of his ability to run the ball, it'll bring defenders closer to the line of scrimmage, and you'll see more big plays from the wide receivers downfield.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Baltimore.
Here's Jackson to throw, eluding the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal. The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal. Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Automatic first down.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. On the counter, it's Edwards. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Touchdown.
Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Ravens cut into that lead. And they drew up the counter there. It worked. They're glad they drew up the counter.
And a lot of times what you're trying to do is just simply get the defense moving in one direction. It doesn't take much. Even one step's enough. Get them going in one direction and then cut back against the grain and let your running back finish it off and get the work done.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
Here comes Ryan Tannehill now, leading his offense back out there. He's been in a pretty good group. They actually have more yards on the ground than through the air, but both have been good, pretty balanced.
And have we ever met a coach when we've talked to him before a game that hasn't mentioned wanting to be balanced?
No, because then you've got both sides hitting the defense. They don't know what to expect, right?
It really helps your play calling, because now you're in a position where you're confident in either aspect of the game. Dial it up and let it go. And so far, that's allowed them to lead.
Absolutely. Have the lead here in the second quarter. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
They'll run on first down. It's Henry. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Henry will get it. He's been busy today.
Derrick Henry.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brought down at the 18-yard line. It's a pickup of 3.
Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. Flush to his right. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. The kick by Joseph is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we're at halftime of this AFC Wildcard matchup as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. But first, let's remind everybody what's coming up tomorrow in the AFC. We've got the 3-6 game, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns matching up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, in our game, it took a little while to get settled in, but we were in for a battle royale in this second half. And to call the action, let's go back to the guys who've been there all year, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive. He's got daylight. He's at the 30. 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Gus Edwards, 78 yards, and the Ravens get a bit closer. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Tucker now for the extra point. Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left and no good.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Number 20. Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Tannehill. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. After the interception, here's Jackson. He's going to take off with it. And he's got room. Past the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll go with Hill here on 1st down. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal. It's some good running there. Gets them down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door. Make that now 2 runs in a row that have netted them great results.
And it doesn't matter what kind of blocking scheme they're using. Gap scheme, power scheme, zone running. They are finding people in those gaps and moving them and creating nice space for their runners.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They look to run with Ingram. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. It's the fullback there to make the grab. And the Ravens draw a bit closer.
He was able to move around and found some vision to throw the football. And how about how he ended it? Boy, he had some zip on that throw.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have an arm like that. Results in the touchdown here. Great play offensively. And the kick here no good. But a penalty flag is down. Looks like he got run into. So that one will be accepted. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. Now Jackson from the gun, he'll throw. Throws right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. From the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
And here now the offense heading back out there. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 right at the 30. He'll start with a give to Henry. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
At the line of scrimmage.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
10 at the 30-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Henry's got it out on the left side. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
First and 10.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
Jackson's pass
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, first down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
They begin with Henry. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Offense.
That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
After the penalty, it's Henry. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line.
Henry, the ball carrier.
Malik Harrison on the tackle.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
From his goal line here, Tannehill. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on that. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Tavon Young, and he'll bring it back to about the 5-yard line. Well, they were obviously backed up, had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still trying to throw it, and...
Yeah, exactly. This is where hindsight is 20/20 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to throw the ball there. Maybe you'll surprise them and catch them off guard. Instead, you've created a turnover and put your defense in a bad spot.
They'll run here with Edwards. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
And now with a play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start.
Offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. From the gun, Jackson, the quick slant caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we've seen both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that about.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Ravens have taken the lead. That option pitch we saw, we don't witness a ton of that in the NFL, but it worked there down near the goal line for a score.
And it's actually a great call in goal line situations because as more and more quarterbacks enter the league with that mobility and having run option in college, more pro teams are adding it to their arsenal. And now it's not just, does the quarterback run it? Does he pitch it? Now they've added that third element. He can rise up and throw the ball as well.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is up to 5.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on our side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments. And you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half, it gets ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
The 30-yard line.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
The 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Now it's Tannehill. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Intended for Corey Davis.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Brett Kern now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. The fake punt works to absolute perfection. And the Titans have made this a one-score game.
Offside. Defense. Penalty is declined.
Joseph now to have the PAT. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. They've gotten right back in this ball game after a very sluggish first half. Back when you played, after a bad half in the locker room, is it usually the coaches or sometimes the players who are the most vocal?
It's usually the coaches, but I do remember one time in particular where the coaches started to talk about what they wanted us to do in the second half, and a couple of leaders stepped forward and said, "Coach, we got this," and pretty much ushered them out, and they delivered the halftime message. It worked, too. We played much better in the second half and came back and won.
Well, whoever said something at halftime, it's working right now.
And 5.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Another run here with Dobbins. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Lamar Jackson sacked.
How about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz, and the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. This time Jackson will throw it. His throw incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll throw complete to Gus Edwards. And at a 42-yard line here and brought down there. He'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down.
A big gain on the play, but it brings up 4th down.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Well, I thought they should have punted before. Now they probably definitely need to punt, right?
Yeah, we did a little mind melding there, didn't we? Because I was wondering, why are you out there if you're not going to punt it in the first place? Now, I don't think they have any choice.
Here's Sam Cook now. Titans coming hard, and they block it. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown.
Partners, you well know every block punt wasn't necessarily a called block. Sometimes the guy just finds his way back there. Doesn't matter. The play happens, and that one turned into 6 points because they handled it so well after the block.
Joseph on for the extra point. And this part of the game's been an adventure thus far, but this one is good.
42, Ravens 34.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Gus Edwards heading back onto the field. He's hoping to find the end zone for a 3rd time, and we sit now in the 3rd quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Brought in left side by Snead. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And 5 at the 30-yard line.
They go play action now. Jackson rolling to his right. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Edwards now on 1st and 10. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And open left side is Brown.
Jackson.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
First down, Baltimore.
This is Edwards, and he's going to be met at about the 43. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 30. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Jalen Ferguson there on the tackle. A gain of a yard.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Tannehill. They set up the screen for Henry. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
The penalty is declined.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
So many offense want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And that will be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Joseph's got it. And that will bump the lead up to 11.
45. Ravens 34.
It's no secret. That's why they have him return punts. He has the capability to take them back, and he did so there. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, push their backs clearly against the wall.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. With his guys trailing here in the fourth, he can ill afford a repeat of the interception that ended the last drive.
Yeah, you're 2 scores down. You take it upon yourself now to play perfect or near-perfect football if you want to get your team back into the game. But it's also tough to do when you're trying to avoid errors, yet still play perfect football.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll set up to throw it.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A toss right. This is Ingram. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
A gain of 14. And a Raven 1st down.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Taken down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing is Jackson. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this.
And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the 1st. To throw is Jackson. Caught right side, it's Snead. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Over the middle, complete. It's Andrews. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The Ravens on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for the 1st with Ingram. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And now here is another interception. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at about the 32. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now we've got movement up front. I think this is going to be on the Titans.
Offense.
Ooh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Derrick Henry. It's a 6-yard pickup to get him back to the original line of scrimmage with 3rd down coming up.
32-yard line. That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 10.
Now it's Tannehill off the bootleg. And he's got him in, Corey Davis. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
Now that's a big pickup right there, and so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking on play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
2nd, 3rd levels, you can see them trying to recover. They've been worked out offensively. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory.
He's across midfield.
The tackle made by the corner, Jimmy Smith.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
From just shy of midfield, Tannehill looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Henry. Give him 3 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the 1st down. Close it out.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 11. Off play action, he'll throw to start the drive. And he's got his man on the out route. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Out of bounds at the
Jackson from the shotgun.
A gain of 4. It's now second.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Kevin Byard. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. That much today. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Tannehill. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts.
11-yard.
That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans. Here's Tannehill. Over the middle to Smith. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's Brett Kern now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Brett Kern now, as he's on to punt for Tennessee. And the punt kicks out of bounds, and they will spot it right at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10.
The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the gun, Jackson. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
A time again to see what Ryan Tannehill and the Titans can do.
And the passing game, I mean, look at the numbers. It's fallen off. When a team is struggling, sometimes you look at the quarterback. When the quarterback starts to struggle, who goes over and picks him up?
Yeah, that's over.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead.
Well, look, this is a team, Charles. They faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the Wildcard game.
It feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the lead is up to 18 now.
kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Kamale Correa able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And that is incomplete.
Intended for Willie Snead.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Here we go. It's Jackson on fourth down. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And you'd have to say they have done what they set out to do in this wild card round. It won't get easier from here, of course, but they'll certainly have some momentum built up for when they hit the road in the divisional round next weekend. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Henry, the ball carrier. He was taken down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
3rd and 5.
Tannehill. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Tannehill going to throw it. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Derek Wolfe able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
On second and goal, Tannehill under pressure again, and down he goes again. Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on. Just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them one step closer.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more